Sorry, I'm posing for the thumbnail. Anyways, wow! I didn't know it would be this soon for Titanic 666 to be dethroned as the worst film I saw in 2022. Which means it's still possible for something else to come out this year to be worse than Marmaduke. You know, the first impressions of any franchise, let alone a recognizable character, can sometimes be so bad that you might not care to check out why so many people do love this character or the other characters in the franchise or where or the world they're from or whatever. And in this case, for me, it's Marmaduke. This is based on some popular comic strip, but I don't know anyone who talks about Marmaduke in terms of popularity like the Peanuts or Garfield, but I'm sure someone or some people like him. I mean, since not only does one movie exist of him, but two, a live-action film with Owen Wilson as the voice of Marmaduke. It wasn't good, and apparently Marmaduke doesn't talk in the comic strip, and as far as I guess, because more research would imply I gave a crap, and I'm just presuming when people think Owen Wilson dog movie, they might think this is another Marley Me, so for that reason, for this movie, they got Pete Davidson because he was probably cheap. I don't know. Well, as far as I know, people are pretty split as to whether they like Pete Davidson or not. And to that I say, he can be funny and also not. This time he's not. This movie is also an animated children's film on Netflix, so it's for kids. Can it be that bad? Someone said probably. But it might be a good sign for someone that's directed by Mark A.Z. DePay. Don't know who he is. He directed Halloween Town High, Spawn, the Garfield direct-to-DVD trilogy, and the Boxcar Children, and that's only some of his work. I should explain though, if you don't know prior who Marmaduke is, like me, I'll explain by asking another question. What's the movie about? The movie is the story of a Great Dane dog named Marmaduke, voiced by Pete Davidson, who always causes trouble for his human family, the Winslows, such as a young boy, older sister, mother, and the father Phil, voiced by David Koechner, who hates him most of all. I think we barely spend time with his family, so we can mostly spend time with a dog trainer named Guy Hilton, voiced by Brian Hull. So basically, during the birthday party of a generic young boy, I forgot the name too, and I don't care to look up answers beyond Wikipedia, Marmaduke is stuck on the second story as punishment for his continuous bad behavior, only to screw up once more by falling from the second story into the pool, which for some reason is so big it causes tidal waves and floods the house or something. Because, you know what? Do you think that was funny? You know what? The first joke in the movie is about a fat kid jumping on a trampoline, and he's so heavy, everyone flies out of a trampoline. These people are comedy genius! Anyways, a video of this incident goes viral, so world-renowned dog trainer Guy Hilton decides to make Marmaduke his greatest challenge by training him for a serious dog show. Will Marmaduke learn to not shat himself to win? And I'm not exaggerating, that happens in the movie. One of the worst fart jokes I've ever seen in a movie. During a pre-competition whatever, I don't watch dog shows, I don't know how this works. A rival dog named Zeus, voiced by J.K. Simmons, because he sadly does not know how to say no to things, tricks Marmaduke into eating all the banquet food. He gets sick and needs to poop and not getting to the toilet fast enough. Well, you know, he was trying to get to a fire hydrant because, you know, dog. He poops and farts in the trophy, releasing a fart bomb the size of a 2-story house. I could say this is just a lazy kids movie and not worth getting that upset about, but my god, is this bad! This story is nothing. The family is generic, and the closest thing to a personality is the father being a little money hungry, I guess. The voice acting sucks. I mean, Koechner and Hull are doing what they were paid to do, and J.K. Simmons, despite how low this movie is, still doesn't phone it in. Like, you can say no to this stuff, J.K. Simmons, unless you just do it for the extra paycheck, which in that case, I respect you because you are a great actor, one of our best living actors of all time. I can't say that for the same thing as Pete Davidson, because Pete Davidson falls flat in the voice acting department and the comedy department. There are moments where it feels like he's ad-libbing against a dub because, well, more than less of the time, he shouldn't even talk in the scene, where it would be fine if it was just based on the dog's expression. So I don't even know if he's ad-libbing or not, but this movie is abysmal in terms of comedy, with such jokes like a hit to the groin, or, you know, in the first 15 minutes. And there's lines like, he looks like me on Taco Tuesday, or watch out, it's El Stinko. There's a scene where the father gets a bill and it's so long it turns into a Star Wars scroll. And then did I mention the poop and fart jokes? And honestly, if there's any other generic bad jokes, I don't even remember it. It's how bad they are that you watch them in the moment, it annoys you, but I already forgot about it, so it's not like I could just tell you what else I didn't write down. And speaking of expression, the movie has awful animation. It screams cheap, with the designs that are way worse than the animated Addams Family films. There are many moments where Davidson's mouth doesn't match Marmaduke, so I don't know if I blame the animators or Pete Davidson. I'll give the movie this: I just learned how to do animation, so it's probably better than I can do. Maybe. The biggest thing that actually left me puzzled is that at the end of this was that I didn't get what makes Marmaduke. You know, I didn't figure out what makes him a standout character. Like, Garfield isn't just, you know, a lazy cat. He has iconic lines and specific personality. You know how he would treat others. Definitely different than others. So you would say, it's like Garfield. But I don't know what it's like Marmaduke is like. I don't know, like, I mean, it's okay. So, Scooby-Doo says ruh-roh sometimes, you know, when the cartoon. And, you know, Marmaduke says, oh no, like a few times. Like, I don't know, is that his catchphrase or something? No, he doesn't talk in the strip, so why do I pretend like it matters? Anyway, so there's other stuff, like he also stands on 2 feet, which, I don't know, I was like, wait, can he do that because he's Marmaduke, or is that how dogs just work in this universe? And yeah, so he can stand on 2 feet, but he also does karate or something. Oh, and I just remember the other dogs in the film, who are all variously offensive stereotypes from other countries. In fact, one dog can use the Force for no reason. He can just use the Force. I'm like, what? Ugh. Nothing in this movie is enjoyable. The writing sucks, the animation sucks, and the lead's comedy and acting is flat. It's generic and nothing you haven't seen before or what to even look at. Look, nothing tells you this was someone's dream to make this movie. People were hired to make a movie based on a name that's recognizable, but does not give me the interest to see more Marmaduke. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. Maybe the Owen Wilson movie wasn't that bad. Or, you know, maybe the Owen Wilson movie wasn't that bad if this is what we could have got, or maybe it is. And Marmaduke doesn't deserve to be on screen, so maybe that's the case. And if he does, well, third time's the charm, I guess. But I still saw this awful movie that's not fun bad or a cringe storm. All the jokes fall flat. The movie is painfully generic. I'm just watching it like... I don't have a watch on me, but you get the gesture. I don't know. Look, if I had any leniency for the film, it was ruined by the rap song during the end credits sung by Pete Davidson. I feel like I have an ulcer now from watching this movie. Okay, maybe not an ulcer, that's an exaggeration. But, you know, how much I hate this movie is not. I can't believe I'm saying this. Look, sorry Titanic 666, okay? You could have been as bad as Marmaduke. I'm the first human being who probably ever said this sentence. So, congratulations Marmaduke, you gave me that. God, this movie sucks. I give Marmaduke, the 2022 on Netflix, a 1 out of 10 because this movie sucks. And I hate it.